Jessica Mia Pulido. Welcome inside the crazy ant farm. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you guys for having me. How have you guys been?
Oh, we've been living the dream,
Yes, nonstop, always going.
Non-stop. Staying very
That's good.
busy. But we are super pumped to finally have you on the show, and everybody should be excited because there's a reason that you're on the show, because we are going to be talking about our film that everybody knows that we made and that you star in, which is, of course, why we have you on the show.
Yes.
Which is going to be super amazing, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. But what we want to do to kind of start off is introduce you to our listeners who might not be familiar with who you are and everything, kind of give them a little bit of background on you. So let's start off with acting. Was it always something that you knew you wanted to do, or did you kind of fall into it, or talk about how you got started?
I would say yes and no, because growing up, I actually wanted to be a singer and maybe an actress, but it wasn't my main focus. So growing up, I tried being a singer. And then as years go by, I realized that I'm not that good of a singer. So I kind of gave up on that. So that's when acting came to play. And then I would say when I was 23, that's when I did my first background work. And that's when I fell in love with like just being on set. I love the environment. And that's how that started.
Exactly. I mean, you can really meet a whole bunch of like fun, interesting people that you can continue building that working relationship with. I mean, just from our set alone, we've met some amazing people and have been able to, learn a lot of things from the different people who have come and gone throughout that set. I mean, one person, of course, Brian, who is the mastermind behind the camera, he was freaking epic, right? I mean,
It was amazing.
just throwing out all the different ideas
yeah.
and being able to bring out these new perspectives to life. I think that was very important. Have you ever thought about stage acting before? Because we've talked to a lot of people who come on the podcast and they talk about they start off in stage and then transition to film and television. Have you ever, since you started in film and television, have you ever started or thought about stage acting?
So when I was in high school, I tried. I tried it.
Yeah.
It didn't really go too well. I had stage fright basically. I kind of want to try it again actually.
There you
Recently
go.
I've been like it's been a thought. I'm like maybe I should try again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I think a lot of people, and maybe it's just something in the background there because you said you realized you weren't a very good singer, and so often theater is musical, right? So maybe it's just something lingering back there, but you should just let all that go,
Yes.
and say I can do a show that is not a musical, and I can kick ass on this. Like I see that, I see that. Like you could totally.
Like, maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Well, I mean, okay, so we want to like jump in. Okay, we want to talk about deadlines, and I want to start off with the audition process. Let's talk about the audition process because we shot this thing and we knew going in that we were going to be doing it during COVID. It was still a time when everything was kind of shut down when we started the audition process, and so for anybody not familiar, we were doing this thing Zoom. Like you literally like sent us a cold read, and we liked what we saw. We said, hey, let's do a live read, but live read now means Zoom. So
Right.
talk about that. Was that difficult? Like, not being in person and having to do it over Zoom and kind of like, not having that in-person type thing. Talk about that process a little bit and what you thought about it.
I actually liked it better
Okay.
via Zoom because I wasn't as nervous, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I like that. I liked it virtually.
For
Okay.
sure.
Hopefully it continues, but I'm
Right?
sure everything is going to go back to, in
At some
person
point,
event.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something special about, being in the comfort of your own home. You're around things that, that make you happy, basically. You decorate in a way that makes you happy. You eat things that are, like, right next door in your fridge that make you happy. So there's different things that, help you mentally. And that's what is very important to us and that we've been talking about a lot with the podcast is mental health. Now, our subject matter is very dark, and especially your character goes through some difficult transitions because I'm sure you thought about what she was like before this specific thing that happened in the film. So to come up with all of that in your head, where did you have to go mentally to make sure that you prepared for the character? We only ask the hard questions.
That's right.
Yeah, I am.
Because you killed it in the cold read.
You did.
Like you had the character down in your cold read before we even had you read live. You just there was something that we saw in that audition that just like that. Okay, that's her. That's the one. So yeah, how did you do?
And it's funny though because I did not think I did a good job portraying the character. So I'm actually super grateful that you guys gave me the opportunity to like showcase my talent.
Of course.
But I don't know, like I guess I just related to the character a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easier. It was easier for me to portray it.
Natural born talent right there.
That's
Natural
right.
born talent.
Basically.
I love it though. I love it. And I might be wrong. I don't remember. We've been doing a lot of things. So a lot of things have been going in and out of our heads all fucking year. But did we go through a couple of auditions with you when you were reading with a male actor? Maybe?
No.
No?
It was, I forgot her name. There was another female before Kara.
Okay.
Jamie. I
So
think
it
it was
wasn't a male, it
Jamie.
wasn't
I think it was
Yeah,
Jamie.
I think it was Jamie that you read with.
Yeah, because I think
Yes.
we told you, but the original script was very, as we say, black and white. It was very like just typical genre school shooter, I guess you could say, where it was a male and a female, but with everything going on, and especially at the time that we shot this thing, there was a lot of Asian violence, I guess you could say, Asian attacks. So we thought it was very needed for us to cast someone who had Asian descent so we could tell this story from that vantage point to bring awareness to this situation so we could try to start a conversation and change the situation.
And sadly, 8 months later, we have it in our industry news on the show this week. There was an Asian attack on an Asian actress. Like she was walking into a coffee shop. Somebody jumped her and hit her in the back of the head. It's still prevalent. It's still out there that people are being blamed for, the virus, and it's insane. But
Ridiculous.
It
yeah,
is.
yeah. But the idea of, and you didn't shy away, because we should talk about it. When we made the decision to change it to 2 females instead of a male female, that in itself became controversial. So so not only now were we dealing with the racism and the Asian hate, but now we're talking about anti-gay hate and like, oh, it's a gay relationship now. So on top of it, and the other female is white. So now we're talking multi-race, and we're talking gay, and so like talk about that. Were you because you didn't let on to us, but were you nervous at first about the content and about how people would perceive it, and did that make you a little jittery about auditioning at first?
No, I actually was very comfortable with the script. And like I said before, I love the message that you guys are trying to put out there, the awareness. So I wasn't, I was okay. I was comfortable.
Okay.
Good. That's good, because I'm not going to lie, we did have a couple of other people go through and they did the cold reads, but then after, we wanted to pair them up with other people, they were a little gun shy and they were a little afraid to take that step in their career. So we always want to give credit and kudos to you for not being afraid to, broaden your horizons and to try to start a conversation with something like this, because it is very important and it is very something that's happening today in society. So we just want to thank you for that, of course, and bringing such an amazing performance.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Something else too that I want to talk about is day 2, which is completely your day. Like all eyes were on you. And before we broke for lunch, we were going through it and we had a lot of good stuff. You were doing really great. But after we came back from lunch, I don't know, I felt like you just weren't okay with the first half of the day. So when you came back after that, you were just like gung-ho, ready to go. At first, we were breaking it all up into little sections, and at the back half, you were like, no, fuck that. We're going straight through. And I mean, it really showed. Like the last 3 cuts and the last 3 shots that we had, like, they were damn near perfection. Like, going through it, we're just like, damn, her emotion is really coming through on screen. So during that lunch period or before we went on lunch, did you, have a little conversation with yourself and we're like, okay, we're gonna get down to business after this? What was going through your mind?
Honestly, I think after having lunch, I was in a better energy. I don't know.
There you go.
I think that's what it was.
So nothing deep, nothing mental. It was just like, maybe I was fucking hungry. I just needed some food. I don't know. I love that.
Like, that's all I can think of.
But we should set it up, though, because I think that people who follow us have seen a few of the pictures. But we're talking about a small dorm room with a bunch of people in it on top of each other, lights, with a camera and a light, like literally right in your face. So it's hot. There's no air conditioner. There's no, it's just beat down. And then it's this tense scene. And of course it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I have this like right here and all these people are staring at me and I'm trying to deliver this performance. And it was intense. I mean, just, talking about from our side of the camera, it was intense. And you absolutely slayed it. In fact, honestly, when people see the film, the majority of the stuff that they're going to see from you was after lunch. like you just,
good, like you said, it was better after lunch.
Oh my god! But like literally, you just like it was slayed right there. It was so good. But what was really, I'll tell you, because I want to talk about like the set experience too, because you said, one of the things that you really enjoy about acting and everything, and there's a certain moment at that day where you could just feel the intensity. Everybody was kind of feeling it, and I don't know what, I don't remember what happened. I think maybe you belched. I don't know, but you did something, and it just, your laugh and your smile just caught everybody, and like everybody all of a sudden just let loose and let a big sigh out and is like, oh yeah, we can laugh. This is fun. This is supposed to be fun. It was, talk about that, because your face, we've got the picture. We captured the picture with the laugh, and it's so good. Did you feel just that same thing that we did, that sense of relief when that happened? Like, okay, I'm all right. I can do this.
I definitely did. And I do remember that it was when I said the wrong line.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
I was so ready to say it, but it was totally different line. Like, I skipped it.
Yeah. No, and it was so good. It was so good. I just, there's so many great memories about being on set with you guys. First of all, we can't. I can't say there's like day one stuff that's just like
there's so much. There's so much.
Yeah, you can't say it. I want to say it, but no.
I know. Well, we hear you've got like a TikTok video that's ready to drop as soon as we can.
I made 2.
Oh, that's exciting.
I was like, I want to post it now, but I know I gotta wait. So.
That's right, 30-something more days.
See that, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
for sure.
I love it. And something else that I thought was probably really helpful for you and for your process is being able to watch Kara as she was going through her process on the first day. You were able to see, what was the type of way you needed to react to certain inflections and to certain lines that she was throwing out there. So talk about day 1 and how that helped you for day 2.
I feel like watching her do her thing.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, she's an amazing actress.
Mm-hmm.
It just was easier for me to have that vision of her, what she was doing, how frantic she was. It just helped me with my acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's an interesting process, because for anybody who's kind of seen the teaser that we put out there and knows a little bit about the story that's been following us, your performance takes place entirely on a computer screen, and so technically in the film you are not in the room, with the character, with Regina. And so to be able on day 1, like Logan said, to actually be in the room and be able to see her movements and how she was going to portray her performance, had to have made what you were going to do on the opposite side, your reactions, much easier, knowing how she was going to be moving. Yeah, because that's got to be difficult knowing. And then kudos to you and one, for making us look like brilliant first-time directors, and two, because it's easy to be good directors when you have the amazing talent that you have. Doing a whole performance when you don't have the luxury, like Kara did, of moving around the room and being able to act out. You literally are right here the whole performance, and you have to portray all of your emotion, like, right there. It was phenomenal. The way you were able to portray the different levels of emotion, the anger and the happiness and the love and the sadness and all of these things that you were able to do right here. And that's a huge testament to your acting ability, to be able to pull that off.
Thank you. And like I said, seeing it, her, how she was, I envisioned it, and that's how I did that.
That's and humble as always.
Always so humble. I mean, yeah, I felt like Set Life, it was a great first set for me personally to be on and to direct, because everybody was just so down to earth. Everybody got along very well, which I feel like doesn't happen a lot. We've heard horror stories from certain people that have come on, and they're just like, they butt heads with other people, but I felt like it was something special. Like, we all kind of, when it was lunchtime, we broke off, and some people ate in the room with other people who they didn't know before, coming onto the set. And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning when we're pulling up, and everybody's laughing and getting to know each other. And I thought it was something really special. How did you feel on set?
I definitely agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody made everybody like comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
which made it a lot easier and smoother. And I can honestly say I made a longtime friend, you guys, and also Riley.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping in touch with everybody else on Facebook.
Yes.
That's good. Well,
like I said,
no, it's same. We feel the same way, and not only a lifelong friend, because you're just an amazing human being and a great friend, but lifelong collaborator.
Yeah.
Because that we're already talking about the next thing we want you in. So yeah, just it's for you. We're gonna bring you in. We're gonna reel you in. But I got to tell you, I knew too, like Logan said, I knew the second that on day one, when everybody first pulled up, and before a single introduction, because for anybody out there listening who doesn't know the story, none of the people had ever met before, except for the two audio guys. But so, like, none of them had ever worked together. None of them have ever met. Everybody was kind of complete stranger. And before any introduction, everybody got out of the vehicles, walked straight to the van, and started grabbing equipment and hauling it upstairs. Like, they knew this is a job. This is what we're doing. We're going to do. And they acted like a crew that had been together for years. And I knew that second, we've got a really good team here, because they know the priority right away. Before we say, hi, I'm such and such, let's get this shit upstairs. We got to get it set up because we only got this much time to shoot. And you, the crew, like, it wasn't just a crew. The cast was trying to pick shit up. We had to keep telling them, no. Talent doesn't pick shit up. Talent doesn't do that. So we just knew, that this group of people was going to do something special with this film. And it wasn't always easy, right? It was like beat down hot inside those dorm rooms, and it was intense, and it was at one point raining, and the fucking ceiling fell in. Like, that was unexpected. Like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
Like,
we just got all of our exterior shots.
Yeah, we still don't know exactly.
Just got all the exterior shots, and then we're like, yeah, time to go inside. Then,
oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Love it. But I mean, it was really cool. It was a really fun campus. We got to give a shout out to Johnson C. Smith University.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I mean, they accommodated us very well. We basically got the whole dorm room, even though they said we would get 2 rooms, or really only 1 room together, but we got like the whole freaking building basically.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it was
like,
awesome.
Right.
yeah, it was really fun. Like, it even got to a point where like, man, we don't want to go home. This is such a fun set that we could just like camp out upstairs.
Like,
But
literally.
I
And
love the fact that we were never like restricted anywhere, so I
no.
like that.
yeah, no, right? And there's so many great shots. Shout outs to our still photographers for all the behind the scenes stuff that we'll eventually be able to release all of it. But there's these so many great epic shots of one of my favorites is when we're being called back to set, you know, when we're about to shoot and you guys are coming down the hallway like a fucking like team, you know, smiles and there's some high fives and like it's a great like, you know, camaraderie type shot of coming down the hallway like a team just determined to go in there and kill it. And there's other things like you said where there are people off talking, like little groups of people talking, and there's like so many great behind the scenes shots that I think really capture the essence of what was happening on the set. It's one of my, you know, you said your favorite, you know, first time being on a set, and it was one of my favorite all-time set experiences as well. And I had been on many, but I had never really kind of seen anything gel like that before and kind of do what we did. And for being a first-time director, being on a set many times in other capacities, but being a director and knowing that it's us, kind of like, you know, to have that type team and to have that type talent and to have all that work, we couldn't have asked for anything better than that for our first time out to try to do this, because it could have been an absolute disaster.
Could have been.
And then that would have been, yeah, that would have been awful. I want to talk a little bit too about the pre-process, because you and Kara were like so amazing. So we get you guys to do this live read together, right? Because we need to test the chemistry, and you guys are killing it with the chemistry. We knew we had the two that we wanted, but for anybody that doesn't know or isn't familiar with a little bit of the story, you know, you guys are a couple. You've been a couple for most of your college career, and you know, you guys are strangers. So Logan and I call you up and say, hey, you guys got to come and meet and take pictures, and you're going to be a couple like you've known each other forever. And and for anybody listening, you'll see it in the film. There's pictures of them together out on dates and like, you know, and all this kind of stuff. You guys were amazing that day. I just want to give shout out to that day too and hear you talk about that a little bit, because there were literally people as we're walking around the campus and you guys are you doing the thing and taking pictures and all this kind of, that literally were commenting about what a cute couple you were and how they thought that you guys were actually together and had no idea that these people weren't, you know. It was amazing how that went down. Talk about that a little bit, and how strange was that? Like, hi, I'm Jessica. Hi, I'm Kara. Okay, let's talk about that.
I mean, initially I was a little nervous meeting her.
Yeah.
But after a few minutes, like I met her, I met you guys. She was very nice and she made me comfortable. So we worked well together.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I love that though. A little nervous, but then I'm fine.
Exactly. And you could definitely tell we were comfortable because we let you go off and take these pictures with one of our phones.
That's right. You literally got in somebody on my daughter's car with my phone, and we were like, "Oh, see you later." It's like, wait, what did we just do? Like, what do you do? But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and you guys were like just huge troopers for that, to be able to do that. And what a fun way to get the first introductions out of the way. That was like, oh, nice to meet you in person. This is fun.
No, I'm really glad we did that.
Right, because it would have
filming.
been, yeah, a lot more difficult on set trying to portray what you guys are in the story without have ever done that, right?
Exactly.
And I mean, we did our little blocking session in the hotel room. I thought that was also hilarious. Like, you know, playing with some of the props and different things like that. I thought that was another way for us to, you know, get comfortable with each other, get to know each other a little bit more, and, you know, bring out that chemistry on set, because it's not only the chemistry between the actors that is important, but it's also the chemistry between the directors and the actors to make sure, you know, they pull out that performance that we need, and you guys just did absolutely amazing. So we can't thank you enough for that. And of course, if people are following us on social media, they should know that we are having a red carpet event April
Yes.
21st. We're super excited about it. We're so super excited to have you there and to see
Yes.
you on the red carpet with a little banner. It's going to be the poster and our company logo, so that's going to be badass. You are actually my phone background. Yeah, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
no, look, we were just joking about it. It's on the phones, both the laptops, the wallpaper, or the poster. The poster is literally hanging in our
Right, yeah.
office right now. Like it's like you guys are
I
everywhere.
saw that. It looks amazing, by the way.
Right?
Well, thanks. We love it. You guys, it's just like,
It's something special to us. Like,
It really
I mean,
is.
we're gonna hold this near and dear to us for a very long time.
and we, you said lifelong friendships and everything, but we sincerely cannot express enough to you and Kara and like everybody involved, like how much we appreciate what you guys did for us. Because if you guys knew the struggle and the things that we had gone through for the 4 years with our company and the wrong people and moving and this and kind of all to get to this point to where we were actually in front of cameras and things were rolling and we were shooting a film and to get there and to have it with you and the rest of the people involved, we can never thank you guys enough for making that the experience that it was and being the people that we finally got the breakthrough with. To have it with you guys makes it all that more special, honestly.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you both and everybody else and part of the crew of trying to film Deadlines. I don't know if you guys know this, but this was like my first lead role. So
It won't be your
hopefully
last.
there's more to come. But
Yes,
it-
of
I-
course.
I was so excited for this project.
Well, good.
So.
Well, good. Like I said, we're super excited about it. And what he was saying with all that, creative differences are a bitch. that's really what it was. It was like you said, like three or 4 years through different projects. And I mean, you just got to keep picking yourself up and carrying forward, kind of like actors do, when they don't get certain roles. And that happens a lot. We used to say it was an industry built on rejection, but now we're saying it's an industry built on selection.
Right.
Like maybe you're just not the right one for the role at that time, or moving forward and living your best
Exactly.
life. That's what it's all about. And we also want to give you a shout out and kudos to TikTok, because we were not on TikTok and now we're all about TikTok because of you.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
We send each other TikToks back and forth like all day.
Yeah, we're addicted,
Oh,
and it's
God.
all your fault.
It's
fine.
all your fault.
It's totally your fault. And hey, get used to. I'm serious because I want to go back to the whole. It's your first lead role. First of all, we could not be more happy that we recognize that in you, and that your first lead was for us because you just absolutely killed it. But it will not be your last, and get used to award-winning actress in front of your name, because that's going to happen. When this film is going to have, you're going to win awards. We have no doubt. We have no doubt that both you and Kara are going to win awards. It's there. It's at that level, and when people see it, they're going to go, holy shit. These girls killed it. Like I said, you made us look really good. So thank you. Just thank you. And I don't know what else to say other than that. I can't wait for the people to see all the stuff we can't show yet.
Yeah.
Because it's
I know.
so freaking good. Like the twist ending. I think one of the best things that I think we're gonna do at the premiere night is when it's over, I want to get everybody's opinion of what they actually think it is, because I think it's gonna be so many different thoughts on it that I'm just dying to hear what everybody thinks the ending is. Like, I can't wait.
For sure. It's going to be so freaking fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, something else that we've been doing for our interviews and stuff like that is have our guests tell us what they are watching right now. What are you streaming? What movies did you just watch? We want to know because we want to compare notes.
All right. So me and my husband just finished watching season 4 of Good Girls.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys,
Yep. Very familiar. Love Mae Whitman. Huge fan of Mae Whitman. Just saying.
and currently, I'm trying to think. what was we were watching Guess Which Cake? I don't know if you guys heard that on Netflix.
No. What is
It's
that?
like it's a contest. So bakers compete to make items or food items realistic, and then the judges, whoever can like figure out which one is the fake.
Oh, okay.
If they can fool like the judges,
Mm-hmm.
they win money.
Oh,
That's fun.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
really fun.
interesting.
Yeah, for sure. We were going on
So
a
that's
little.
on Netflix.
There we go. We'll check it out. We were going on a little spell trying to watch all the Oscar films before the Oscars, and that got very tiring very quick.
there's so many.
There was a lot of good ones. We're gonna say that there was a lot of good ones, but then there was some that we were like, fuck.
Yeah.
But you know that's just is what it is. Everybody has different tastes and everybody has different opinions. But
if you want a good time,
I'm sorry.
You're good. Go for it.
Did you guys watch Euphoria?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you
What
a
did you guys
Euphoria fan?
I am.
Yeah.
I do a lot of TikToks with that.
Well, like who isn't at this point, right? Like it's got to be like one of the most popular shows in the world.
Exactly.
At this point.
How's season 2?
Shut up.
Exactly.
I
He hasn't
haven't
started
watched
season 2
yet. I know. But I
gets
will take
wild.
credit because guess who got him hooked on it? Guess who got me? Because I started watching it first, and I was like, "Holy shit, you have to watch this show!" And then but then he jumped ahead of me, and he's like, "That's fine."
Jumped
it's fine.
ahead the whole season. Hasn't started.
No, season 2 gets wild.
That's
so
what I've
just
heard.
Be prepared.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have avoided most of the spoilers. But I've heard some crazy shit. So yeah,
It's so fun. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking time out of your night to get a little crazy with us on the podcast. We can't thank you enough for all that you've done for us and for the film and for the company. You are just an absolute gem, but we have to make sure everybody follows you. So where are you at on social media and what's your handle so everybody can?
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me. My social handles are Jessica Mia __ for everything. Instagram and TikTok.
Fantastic.
Instagram and TikTok.
Yes.
Oh, you
That's my
definitely
main. So
Yeah, you guys definitely want to follow her on TikTok.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. You guys have got to follow her on TikTok.
oh, actually, I do have a second account which I just recently created just for acting.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's Mia MIA _ HAAAW. Mia How.
Fantastic.
Now, is that TikTok or is that Instagram?
TikTok.
TikTok. Okay, just for acting.
Exactly. You can see her annoy her husband. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, it's like the best ever. Like, yeah, that guy, kudos to him. Because
he always is just like, yeah.
you put him through the ringer. I'm not even gonna lie. It's some good stuff right there.
He's tired of me. Okay.
Yeah. You and the dogs. Like,
That's right.
It's gonna
That
take
is
his favorite
true
one.
love right there, though. He clearly loves you. Because if he didn't, he'd have been out of there a long time ago. He'd have been like, no, I'm done. I am done.
Not that bad.
I love it. Well, again, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for getting crazy with us. And we will see you soon at the red
Yes.
carpet event.
Yes.
I'll see you guys April 21st.
April
Yes.
21st. Thank you so much.
You guys have a great night.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was freaking fantastic, man.
Oh my gosh. She is just like, we said it throughout the whole interview, but it's true. We could not have been more blessed to have the people that we had involved, including Jessica. They're just absolute gems. They're ridiculously talented. And they made our first directorial debut massive success and joy. And just, how else do we say? We can't say anything more than we said throughout the whole interview. She's just great.
It's very special, man. It's something that's very special to us, and we're just thankful for everything that she's done. She's absolutely amazing.
And I seriously cannot wait to work with her again.
For sure,
She is, to get back on set with her and to just do something, this time a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's going to kill it in a comedy.
Definitely. Thank you again, Jessica, for coming on the show.